So, as many of you know, I have completed 75 hard on my 2024 journey. In 2025, I would like to continue building like the different aspects of 75 hard into a lifestyle for myself. I'm calling this experience 90 Days Getting Right. 75 hard in itself is hard to maintain, hard to be consistent, but I wanted to modify it, but make it a little bit more manageable, make it a little bit more sustainable, help it to align better with my current lifestyle and make it less miserable. Like honestly, I don't want to be upset when I get up in the morning. I just want it to mesh, you know? So this one's for the girlies who can be a little lazy sometimes and will talk yourself out of going to the gym any day. Okay, we're going 90 days consistently, just being on it, like being on top of your stuff, okay? So let's back it up. Before 75 hard, I had really bad gym anxiety. Like you could not convince me to get in nobody's gym and work out in front of people. Like I was just so humiliated, so embarrassed. I would sit on the couch all day, watch TV, like would not get up, very inactive, okay? Very inactive. It had also been years since I have finished a book cover to cover. Like I'm not gonna lie, like it had been since like high school, since I've like just read a book. Maybe even before then. Anyways, I could literally go days without drinking water. Like I drink sparkling water, I'll drink anything else. Like I just would not find myself no water bottle. And my body would suffer, I ain't gonna lie. I would have a Brita, wouldn't fill it up. That drink would be inside of the fridge, just collecting dust. So these are such embarrassing traits. 75 hard forced me to get in the gym. It forced me to get over my fear of like working out in front of people. It forced me to read. It forced me to drink water. It forced me to eat healthier, which I have done, but like being on diets and stuff like that isn't something that I was like really committed to. I want 90 Days Getting Right to be a program that I could keep repeating throughout the entire year. Like I want to start January 1st, end in March, and then restart in March, and then end whenever 3 months from then is. Okay, like that's how easy I want this program to be. Like I want it to be something that feels pretty normal. Go do 75 hard first, and then you'll realize why this program is easier. I just don't want this program to be like an entire inconvenience or like a challenge, like doing it just because it's hard. I want it to force consistency, and I want it to force healthy habits that aren't unhappy habits. Like I do not want to make a habit out of drinking a gallon of water. I can't, my body won't take it. I hated that. So I'm not gonna make that like a goal of mine, is to drink a gallon of water, you know? With 75 hard, I was really just focused on finishing it. There was no part of it that was like, oh, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. I would do it again. It's a nice little reset in my year, but I would never hold myself to continuing that lifestyle for the rest of my life. That's no. I also didn't feel like 75 hard allowed me to really explore. For example, I can't drink alcohol during 75 hard. Did I buy me a shaker and start shaking up some mocktails? No. All I did was drink hot water and regular water because I had that gallon to finish every day. So there was no space for like getting creative or anything like that when it came to not drinking alcohol or certain parts of nutrition. Like it just didn't feel like I was learning anything more. And that's what I want 90 Days Getting Right to be about, like learning, okay? So what's changing and why? First, instead of 1 gallon, we're going half a gallon. Half a gallon every day, 90 days straight. You can add different like hydration additives like electrolytes, lemon, lime, whatever floats your boat. 1 45-minute workout a day. This does exclude yoga, stretching, and just walks. Like ain't no walks. Jogging at the very least, but ain't no walks. Instead of 2 45-minute workouts, one being outside and one being wherever you want it to be. forcing myself outside in the middle of the winter does not feel sustainable to me. Every day is not a go outside day. During 75 hard, sure. But I just want to get in the gym consistently without excuses. Next, the nutrition plan. So 90 Days Getting Wright would not really have a set nutrition plan, but it would require a lot more tracking based on your body. Instead of like, okay, you can go keto or you can go vegan or whatever, like you could just like make your own nutrition plan. This one is a little bit more geared towards your body and what your body needs, right? Like based on my weight, based on my size, based on my height, like how much sugar should I be having as a human being? How many carbs is appropriate? How much protein is appropriate for my body, for my body type, things like that. Understanding how much of different macros and things like that are in different foods is not something that was ever like on my radar, something that I was aware of, but it did teach me a lot. Seeing how like comfortable I am eating the sweet potato just straight up oven, like sweet potato be busting, who knew? And tofu. So yeah, getting a little bit creative with where I'm getting my nutrients from, opposed to always being like, all right, let's just hit up Chipotle, give me a little Chipotle bowl. Another part of 90 Days Getting Wright will be weekly weigh-ins and a progress photo. So during 75 hard, one of the requirements, like one of the daily tasks, is to take a progress photo every single day. Me personally, I did not see the difference in my progress photos day to day. And I don't feel the need to take my clothes off at the end of the night and take a picture of that. I don't. So I'm not doing that. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm sitting here just kind of hyper focusing on weight and things like that, because that's really not my concern. I just want to have more clear data on what that measure looks like, and like what my low points look like versus my higher points, and what, like I'm trying to see something. So I go to different primary care physicians, I go to different doctors, I go to different gynos, things like that. So they don't all have like a very clear idea of your record all the time, at least from my experience. So me keeping track of my own health data would be a lot more helpful for me, especially when I'm trying to advocate for myself in environments like that. Another part of 90 Days Getting Wright is no alcohol, like complete sobriety. So that aspect of it is because during 75 hard, I actually really appreciated not drinking alcohol. I liked what it did for my body. I liked how aware I was. Honestly, when I drink, I get super sleepy. 75 hard had me feeling sleepy regardless. Like just getting all that stuff done in a day had me sleepy enough. For 90 Days Getting Wright, we're gonna go 90 days, 0 alcohol. And this time I want to get really creative with like learning about like sober curious content and like getting into juicing, because I got a juicer as a Christmas gift. So we live, okay? Y'all about to get a lot of juicing content. But yeah, I want to be better about drinking things that benefit me in some way, whether it's adding magnesium in a little mocktail at the end of the night to better my sleep, like whether it's adding a little bit of vitamin D here, a little vitamin C there. Like I want the drinks that I consume to be helpful, and there is no justification really for me drinking alcohol. There just isn't. I do it, but it's not like to make me feel good or anything like that. I just be doing it for the vibes. So yeah, getting out of that habit. Reading is not changing. It'll still be 10 pages a day. If you don't do one of these tasks, whether it's a weekly task or whether it's a daily task, you do have to start over from day one. So I'm going to try to go 90 days straight doing all of these tasks. That start over if you miss rule does hold you accountable, because don't nobody want to get through 60 days of a 90-day program and then fumble. Like, no, it makes you want to grind harder. It makes you want to get through it. It makes you want to finish. You want to see it through. And the feeling that I felt after getting through 75 hard was like, yeah, you did that. I just don't want it to be as miserable. Simple. A big part of tracking my progress will be using apps like MyFitnessPal to track my like nutrients throughout the day. So like my macros, my calories, things like that. A big part will be tracking my sleep and tracking like heart rate, things like that, like certain health data metrics through my Apple Watch. So getting really consistent with charging my Apple Watch and putting it on. So making sure that's part of my daily routine as well. It will take a lot of reminder setting. I will have to put a lot of tasks on my calendar, and boy have I been using that calendar this year. Like, that calendar is essential to my personal development, for real. So I plan to document my progress pretty consistently. So I'll do weekly YouTube videos kind of updating on my journey, and I will probably post more constantly and consistently on Instagram, with stories, reels, whatever. And I also plan to keep a journal through it all. Anybody is absolutely welcome to join me on this journey. I don't know what everybody else's 2025 goals are, but these are a few of mine. So I'm really looking forward to starting it. I'm looking forward to seeing the changes. Like, I saw a lot of changes in my body during 75 Hard, like start to finish. I saw some changes, I felt some changes. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this program shapes up for me. I'm really seeking a routine out of this program, and like finding consistency, finding a little bit of creativity, exploring a little bit more parts that I didn't have the energy to do during 75 Hard. I'm also entering a new era in my life where I think that this type of routine would be like, this is the perfect timing for it to come in. There's no better time to implement something like this than right now. So if anybody would like to be on the journey with me, I would love to stay in touch and talk and get tips and share progress, things like that. So yeah, let me know, because I like to be nosy. I'd also like to hear if like anybody has like wellness goals of their own, or like health goals. I'm always looking to learn more about like where I can improve in my health and better myself, because I'm trying to grow pretty and old, okay? Like, pretty and old. Anyways, until next time, let's grow, learn, and lead together.